This is Alley-Oop. It is an adaptive banking interface built for people who are often excluded by traditional apps. Instead of just resizing for different screens, Alley-Oop uses generative UI to reshape itself for different levels of motor control, vision, and cognitive load. Let me show you what that actually feels like. By default, Alley-Oop opens in standard mode, which looks like a modern digital banking assistant. I can ask it to show my accounts and balances. Instead of replying with plain text, the Tambo SDK selects and renders banking components in real time. All of this is generated from tools and personas, not hard-coded pages. Now I will switch to tremor mode. This mode is for users with shaky hands or reduced fine motor control. Notice that the exact same workflow now generates a very different interface. Touch targets are much larger, spacing is increased, and high-risk actions like sending money use a slide to confirm interaction instead of a single tap. The goal is to make it physically hard to make a mistake. On top of the UI changes, Alley-Oop also adds guardrails around the underlying tools. Here, I ask to send $5,000 to the same recipient. Because that is very different from my normal pattern, the system does not simply execute the instruction. The Tambo tool layer returns a safety interrupt, and the generative UI renders a confirmation step that forces me to slow down and correct the amount. Silver mode focuses on cognitive load and low vision. The density is reduced, and Alley-Oop generates a narrative explanation of spending with typography scaled up significantly and optional text-to-speech.
Your spending for last 30 days totals $5,194.
Each persona uses the same banking tools, but we compose a completely different interface for each user's abilities. Under the hood, Alley-Oop is driven entirely by Tambo's generative UI orchestration engine. The user intent goes to Tambo, tools fetch banking data, and the UI stage renders different React components depending on the active persona and safety checks. The result is a banking assistant that does not just resize for devices, but actually reshapes itself for people. Welcome to Alley-Oop.